REED-BBS, BBS, Black Birch Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies, Televisión, Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. In my opinion, my humble opinion, John Bones Jones, he's not only the greatest mixed martial artist of all time, he's the baddest man on the planet. When I say that, I mean like he's the last motherfucker on earth I'd want to get into a fight with personally. Clearly, he's not the scariest looking dude. He's kind of bookwormy. Dare I say nerdy looking. Like for real, if Steve Urkel could fight, he'd probably be John Jones. Did I do that? Did I do that? You know who Bones Jones is? He's the brother in Beverly Hills Cop. No, not Eddie fucking Murphy either. He's the brother that said, "We're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe." We're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. That's John Jones. Motherfucker can fight his ass off. Greatest MMA dude of all times, but that's kind of the vibe he's on. And God bless him for that. God bless him for that. To my point, Jones, he's got the long, sleek, athletic 6'4" frame, 84.5-inch reach. He not only uses every limb to inflict punishment on his opponents, he's a threat to every limb on his damn opponents. I'm talking knees from the clinch, flying knees, low kicks, high kicks, body kicks, spin kicks, punches of all variety, shoulder strikes, elbows. The elbows, man. He throw them bows like the Ludacris song, throw them bows. From an upright position, Jones, he basically jabs with like his lead elbow. He's got a deadly spinning back elbow, and God forbid you're on the ground when he's on top of your ass, brutally slicing and dicing you with them pointy, razor-sharp funny bones, man. That's the worst place to be in combat sports, is on the bottom of John Jones as he's firing elbows at you. And that's why especially some of his earlier fights resembled crime scenes afterwards. Like literally there's nothing, and I mean nothing, missing from the creative, the intelligent, combative repertoire of the self-professed look-see-do fighter. That's what he calls himself. I'm a look-see-do fighter. I see it, look at it, see it, do it. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And because of his versatility, he's got the competitive arrogance. Y'all have heard me say that term quite a bit now. I came up with it with John Jones in mind. Competitive arrogance. The idea that you can beat your opponents at their own game. Beat them with their own shit. So when John Jones faces wrestlers, he wrestles. Against Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu dudes, he's showcasing his BJJ game. He showcases all facets of his game. Against Muay Thai dudes, he's using hand, foot, knee strikes. And against boxers, he boxes. That's how he gets down, man. Competitive arrogance. Which segues perfectly into UFC 247, February the 8th. John Jones versus DOMINICK Reyes. Himself undefeated. He's also 6'4", southpaw striker. Fight-ending power in his left hand. Reyes, he's a natural athlete, man. He scholarship in college football. He also played baseball and wrestled in high school. Had an NFL dream. He says ultimately he had no control over his football destiny, but he has total control of his fighting destiny. Trained by Joe Daddy, not Joe Mama, but Joe Daddy Stevenson. He stopped over in St. Preux, something that even Jones couldn't do himself. Like, he went 5 with Jones, I believe. I know he went the distance. It was either 3 or 5. I know he went the distance. And Reyes stopped him. That's what I'm saying. He stopped him. Most recently, Reyes beat the shit out of Chris Weidman also. He says playing defensive back in college taught him how to live in space. Said he understands movement, body language, knows how to make split-second decisions. He's comfortable with ranges and angles. Also wore number 24 in college, and Reyes said he's dedicating the Jones fight to Kobe Bryant. R.I.P. Kobe. You can kind of tell Jones is irked by Reyes. At least I could at one of the pressers I saw. You're not special, Dominic. And he said it in the Urkel voice. Reyes, he's real confident. He says Jones has faced wrestlers, strikers, but no athletes. Conversely, Jones sees Reyes as the jock, the cool kid, which ties into my whole Urkel nerdy theme, if you get where I'm coming from. Here's the deal. Jones has an older and younger brother, Arthur and Chandler, both of whom were scholarship football players like Reyes. They also both played in the NFL, won Super Bowls, and Chandler, the younger brother, he was a first-round draft pick, 3-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL All-Pro. Like, he was about that shit. He's like a stud football player. Whereas Jones, he got a state wrestling title in high school. Okay, and you got a national JUCO title. But I think being the middle of 3 boys, there might have been some type of inferiority complex. Like, my man played football, just not as good as his brothers did. So he found his own lane. And Jones is proud of that lane. And here's a direct quote. He's in my lane. You want to be a champ? You want to be a winner? Go do it somewhere else. I don't want the GOAT conversation, the greatest of all time conversation, to be much of a conversation by the time I'm done. That's Jon Jones's mindset, man. And just breaking it down, all things considered, knowing how Jones was raised with scholarship level athletes, older and younger than him, I don't think Dominick Reyes is the guy to alter his plans on resuming his status, continuing his claim as the greatest of all times. REED-BBS, BBS. Blackberg Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Televisión, Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.